What's up, YouTube world? It is your boy JB coming to you tonight with a review for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season number 4. This is episode number 4, I believe. Want to make sure. I think this is 4. But whatever the name of it, I think it's. Let's see. Yep, episode 4, season 4, episode 4. The episode was titled "The Wig Easy." I guess that's a shade to Karen, because actually, I don't know if it would be a shade to Karen or all the women, because most of their wigs are horrible. But you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and just start. Let's just get right into the video. I'm rambling. All right, you guys. So the episode kind of picked up where last week's left off. Is actually the day after Uncle Lump Lump's party. Shout out to Bondi Blue for that one. And actually, since I'm talking about Bondi, today is her birthday. Happy birthday, Bondi. I know you probably don't watch my videos, but happy birthday to my boo, Bondi. You guys, if you do subscribe to her, go over to her channel, tell Bondi happy birthday. So yeah, what was I saying? The episode, it picks up after Uncle Lump's party. And, you know, we see Michael and Ashley, they talking about the party. And we see Candace, you know, she's talking about the party to us in her interview look. And, you know, she's just talking about, you know, let's just say Michael said he was going to suck so-and-so's, he was going to suck Bleep's bleep, which, you know, Robin already told us that, you know, he said he was going to suck somebody's dick. My guess is he was going to suck Juan's dick. Only person I can think of, unless he's in the big boys, he was going to suck Chris Samuel's dick, but I think he wants Juan Dixon's dick in his mouth. Ooh, that is, we gonna shut up about that one. We gonna shut up. So yeah, you know, we see Candace. She is on FaceTime with Robin. So both of them in their interviews, they're talking about, you know, because Robin is like how she and Ashley are in a good spot right now, and you know she don't want to say anything that'll, you know, disrupt them from their good spot. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, so you and her in a good spot, but for 2 seasons. She pestered you. She was in your business. The first season, she was talking to Katie Ross about your finances. And then season 2? Yeah, it was season 2. She was talking about your whatever your relationship is with Juan. But you in a good spot with Ashley, and you want to keep the peace with Ashley. That would be, I'm sorry, I'm a petty ass motherfucker. I'm petty as hell. If I knew something like that, I'd be like, oh, let me figure out how I want to tell her. So your man said that he wanted to suck so-and-so's dick. Now, if it's Juan's dick, I'm gonna be like, oh, god damn, this motherfucker want to suck my man's dick. And then I got to tell his woman that her man wants to suck my man's dick, or whatever Juan is to her. But for them, and then, you know, even Candace is like, she kind of walking on, she don't want to tell Ashley because, you know, they in a good, you know, she's just gotten married and she don't want to tell another woman. Ashley has no, you know, she's messy as fuck and she ain't got no couth about telling another person's business. So why are we walking on eggshells when it comes to Ashley? I'm just trying to figure that shit out. Why? Like, somebody explain that shit to me. And then, you know, with Juan and Michael, shit, I guess Michael just completely forgot what the fuck he said the night before, because he, you know, they talking about the party, but he was like, did anything else happen? Well, from what Robin and Candace are telling us, you said you wanted to suck some other man's dick, but that's neither here nor there. Or he could have wanted to suck that man's dick that was at the party that he was flirting with. But we gonna move on from it. But I'm just still stuck on the fact that they don't want to tell Ashley, but y'all comfortable with telling the cameras. Make it make sense to me. All right, you guys. So I'm gonna start up with Robin, because in this episode, Robin didn't have not a damn thing going on in this episode. So this is probably gonna be a short segment, short scene, because, you know, we see Robin. She's in her closet, and Juan comes up, and, you know, she's talking about some contractors coming over to, I guess, fix up her closet to make it, you know, so her shoes are not everywhere in the house, even though they don't plan on staying in that townhouse for a long term. Robin knows how to fucking throw away money is what the hell she does. Like, does Juan not see that? Like, god damn, I know you might be infatuated with her or whatever you want to say, but damn, she is not good with fucking money. Like, I swear to God, I would not give Robin a penny to invest anything. Like, I wouldn't give Robin a damn penny. But, I guess Juan, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the pussy. I don't know what it is. But you let her blow through money. Couldn't be me. All right, you guys. So I want to go ahead and just jump right into Candace. So we see Candace. Candace is at her her home, and she get her laptop and she FaceTimes her mama, her evil ass mama, and she's talking to her mama. They haven't really talked since the wedding. She's like, well, was it money well spent? Her mama then flat out say yes, and I'm like, if it made your daughter happy, why can't you just be like, you know what, Candace? It probably wouldn't have been my cup of tea, but you know what, since it was your wedding and it made you happy, absolutely, it was money well spent. But even if it wasn't her mama's cup of tea, the fact that it was her daughter's wedding and you want your daughter to be happy, you could have just easily just said, you know what, Candace, yeah, it made me happy. It was money well spent because I got to see my baby girl get married. It was, you were happy, you enjoyed your day. And you could have left it at that, but her mama said something and I really want to listen to, because her mama just irritates me and works my nerves so badly that I just tune out when that woman is on screen. I can't ever look at nothing but her fucked up ass wigs, the wigs that her mama wear. But then I can't get past Candace wigs either when they had a big ass hump in them. So Candace is just telling her mama, okay, so mom, we need to set some ground rules. And her mom's like, some ground rules for what? So Candace is like, well, whenever we get into an argument and you get mad at me, you want to say that you're going to sell the condo. And, her mama is like, well, girl, you had 6 years to pay rent. And I'm like, well, how do I feel about that? Because we're just going to talk about it. So what I feel is, Candace is talking about how they split the rent. It's her mom, and Chris, which she said that last season. My thing with Candace is, she's talking about she wants to save up to get her own place. That's fine and dandy. But my thing with Candace is, and she said it, her mom everything that her mom does for her, she holds it against her when she gets mad. Well, that's when anybody that likes to hold shit against people. If you allow them to do shit for you, if they do stuff out of the kindness of their heart, they shouldn't hold that against you. But when people just paying for every little thing, yes, they're gonna be like, well, you remember when I did this for you, you remember when I did that for you, but now you want to be acting all ungrateful and shit. Like, the way to stop somebody like that woman is, the way to stop her is to stop taking, like, if she wants to offer something free of, if she just want to offer you something, like girl, here, go get your hair done, here, go get your nails done, then yes, take it. But as far as her doing everything for you, you got to be like, you know what, mama, I appreciate the fact that you want to help me by, taking over the rent or whatever, paying my car note, whatever it is that she does. Like, you got to be independent of yourself to say, hey, it's a wrap, I'm done, I'm gonna take care of my own shit, so that way you can't say nothing to me about my own shit. Like, that's just really truly how it is. Like, what Candace should do is either get herself rent a house, get an apartment, rent a condo, like rent a townhouse, do whatever, rent something, so that way it's your name and it's Chris's name on it and not your mama's name, so that way your mama don't have shit to say to you about anything. I mean, because my mama never did that to me, because I was on with my cell phone was under her name, my car at that time before she passed was in her name, my car insurance was in her name. I didn't live with her, I had moved out, but everything was in her name. But she never held anything against me, especially when it came to she never held not one thing against me, because only thing that my mom paid for me after I graduated college was my car note. That was the only thing, because we made that agreement. She paid a car note, I paid the car insurance, and she never said two things about me, because I did whatever I wanted to do with, because it was literally my car. It was in her name, and she never held anything against me. And we got into some arguments. Now there was one time that we got into a big argument, and but I think actually at this time we got into this big argument. I was in college. Yeah, it was my junior year of college. We got into a huge argument. We literally got into a huge argument. But my mama was a softie. Like, I hate to say it, when it came to my mom and my grandmother, I had them wrapped around my finger. Like, they did what I could get them to do whatever I wanted them to do. And they would get mad at me. But they would also have to be like, we made you that way. And they couldn't do much about it. But, my mom, she was just a big softie. She could be stern and strict. But when it came to me, like, she would do it, but she would cave eventually. She would eventually cave. I wouldn't cave. Like I said, we had a big argument. She told me give her car keys. I said, fine, you can have your car keys. And she was like, you ain't going nowhere. I'm like, I can go wherever I want to. I'm like, I'm an adult. I go where I want. She's like, okay. She's like, you're not going in the car. I said, that's fine. I don't have to go in the car. I said, I got 2 feet that work perfectly well. And I went walking. I walked where I want to go. Now, luckily enough, my hometown is a very small town. So everything is pretty close knit. So it ain't like I went too far. But I did leave. And she called me. She's like, where are you at? And I told her, I'm like, where I wanted to go. I walked there. She's like, and she was mad at me because I walked. I'm like, but you took the keys from me. And she was like, come back and get these keys. I said, no, I'm good, mama. I'm good. She was worried. I know. When I think about it, I'm like, I was being immature, but she loved. But we never had a big. That was the only big blow up that we had. So and I never. So she never. My situation with my mom was completely different with Candace, and that's just me saying Candace needs to wean herself from her mom, because her mom just comes off as an evil ass person who will hold every little thing against you. Like, girl, you remember when I bought you some food for your apartment? Well, bitch, I didn't have no food. Like, damn. Oh, you remember when I put gas in your car? Well, I had to go to work. Oh, you remember when I did this? I had to do this. Like, she just seems like that type of person, and I don't like people like that. I truly do not like people like that, and I know some in my family who do that. That's why currently now, everything that I have is in my name. My car is in my name. Apartments in my name. Cell phones in my name. Well, actually, my cell phone is still in my name, but they still tie it to my mother's name, and I'm still confused about that. But that's neither here nor there. But we're gonna move on. All right, you guys. Damn, I went to a big rant about Candace, but I felt so strongly about that. So next we got Ashley. Ashley didn't have much this episode either. So we see Ashley, and Ashley is, packing, getting ready to go to the trip to New Orleans that Giselle has invited all the girls to. And, she's telling Michael about what Giselle's itinerary was. She didn't really go into specific details. She got this bathing suit that's, I guess, nude and kind of see-through, I guess. I don't know. And Michael's like, where are you going to wear that at? Are you going to wear that in your room? And she was like, well, I guess I could. So then, what are we talking about? Oh, okay. So, she's talking about how, Karen and Monique are going to be on the trip. And, how things are still kind of in limbo with them. And, like, Ashley, you don't get why shit is in limbo between you, Karen, and Monique. Like, you dug into Karen's business so fucking badly last year. And then you insinuated that Monique had a drinking problem. Like, and you don't get why they might not want to talk to you. Like, girl, you would be lucky if I even looked at you. Ashley and her husband are so fucking annoying. They both get on my last damn nerve. In season 1, I did like Ashley. Season 1, I felt like the girls did Ashley wrong because she was younger than them. But now, no. She and her damn husband, they get on my nerves. And then, Michael was like, well, you and Karen got something in common. And she was like, what is it? Well, yeah, we both like to drink. I'm like, here we go with the drinking thing. Now, Ashley, aren't you supposed to be, weren't you supposed to stop drinking? You know, you want to have a baby, which again, we know Ashley is pregnant. Ashley. I'm gonna move on because, like I said, Ashley annoys the shit out of me. Okay, so you know what? This was basically like a filler episode the more I think about it. Because there was nothing really happening in this episode until the end of it. Because we got Karen. So next is Karen. So we see Karen. She and Candace are at the dentist's office. Karen is getting the crown taken care of. And again, like, there wasn't much in this episode. But, I mean, I guess it's cool. You know, you don't want drama back and forth. So we okay with it. You know, and Karen's talking about how Giselle, you know, called her and gave her a formal invite, which is cool. And, you know, she's talking about how, what else did she say? You know, she's talking about how Giselle came to her house and gave her a formal apology, which was big of Giselle. But, you know, Karen's like, she had her reservations about going, which I would too. Because number one, Giselle is not a good fucking friend to anybody. So then, you know, they're talking about Ashley. And you're like, well, Karen's like, well, she's not drinking, is she? Because she wants to have a baby with Michael. And, you know, Candace is like, well, you know, I really don't know about that. And I'm not going to really speak on that because, you know, she has been drinking. But, you know, if you really want to have a baby, girl, just be like, you know what, y'all, I'm trying to have a baby. I'm going to have to hold off on y'all with the drinks. But it's Ashley. Oh God, I just don't want to talk about Ashley. I would prefer not to talk about her. But we're going to move on. All right, so then we move over to Giselle. So we see Giselle, she's in her house and she's in a journal, she's journaling. And I couldn't for the life of me figure out what the fuck she was journaling. Because at one point you could hear, I guess she was saying what her do's and don'ts are for guys. So I was just confused about what the hell she was journaling. But then, you know, she's telling her girls how she wants to learn more about herself. And I'm like, what more is there to learn about yourself? That you are a miserable, mean person. But okay. If you want to, if that's what if that's what your therapist tells you, then you go for it, girlfriend. You go for it. So, you know, she's telling her girls that she's going to New Orleans and she's taking some of the other girls with her. So all the girls of the cast, including that dreadful Katie Rost. Why we gotta have her around, I don't know. Now she's talking about how she wants to learn more about her heritage, which I think that's cool. You know, and it's also her dad's 80th birthday. Cool. I'm here for it. But I still just have a side eye and a stank eye for Giselle. Because her personality is just fucked up. Through and through, her personality is fucked up. But it seems like her girls keep her rounded. Excuse me, y'all. It really do seem like her girls keep her well-rounded. And, you know, her girls are talking about Sherman. And, you know, she's telling them that things are over between she and Sherman. And they were like, but we know, what about you do you want to get married again? We would like for you to get married. And she's like, why do you guys want me to get married? And they were like, well, you know, when you were with Sherman, you were a lot more pleasant. And you weren't so grouchy. And I'm like, well, damn, if your own kids are telling you you are grouchy and mean, you might want to listen to your kids. But I'm just saying. Like, damn, your kids are even getting on you. Like, you should feel some type of way about that. Because your twins are 12 and your oldest is 15. Okay. So then we see another scene where Giselle, she's at a Ubiquitous, I think that's the name of that expo. It was an expo and she's promoting her Every Hue Beauty. So we see her with her daughters. And then we see Karen shows up. And Karen's like, you know what, I came to support Giselle, which that's cool. Despite their differences, I'm glad that Karen showed up and like, you know what, me and her might be in a rocky place right now, but I can definitely show up and show support. I think that was big of Karen. So then Karen's telling Giselle, you know, about the trip to New Orleans. She feels like, you know, it's a little bit soon because she just buried her dad like 60 days ago, but she's still gonna go. And, you know, Giselle's telling her about the fact that she and Monique are good, and that she invited Monique on the trip as well. Shit, excuse me. So then, I think the woman that helped Giselle get her Every Hue Beauty into Target, she showed up, and she introduced her to Karen, and Karen's like, "Oh, hello, how are you?" And Karen's just telling her about her La Dame fragrance, and Giselle's looking like, "Well, damn, I came to your house and asked you questions about La Dame, and you told me wait and see." Well, bitch, she don't want you to know. Like, oh god damn, I got the hiccups. Like, she don't want you to know. It's like, what were you gonna do? What were you gonna be able to help her do? Like, exactly, not a damn thing. Oh shit. So now Giselle is in her feelings. Like, girl, get the fuck out of here. God damn, how did I get the hiccups? Fuck. All right, and then lastly, you guys, we see the girls. They are all getting ready for this trip to New Orleans. So we see Karen getting her wigs ready, and she's like, "Well, I actually wanted to wear braids." Karen with the blonde. Let me speak on the blonde real quick. The platinum blonde, the bleach blonde. I don't like it's too. Karen is too old to be wearing. I just don't think that suits her for her age. I think I think Karen would do better with like a honey blonde, a dirty blonde. But the platinum blonde and the bleach blonde, she would look as ridiculous as Nene looks when she has all that blonde in her hair. But whatever, if she likes it, I love it. So we get all the girls. They show up. We see Monique shows up. She has braids in her hair. She's like, "Well, my braids are attached to my scalp," whereas Karen braided her wig, and Karen should have burned that wig because it looked horrible. Because those braids were really spaced out. But I don't, maybe that's the look. I don't know. So we see Candace show up. She's singing as usual. Katie shows up, loopy as fuck. Ashley's there. Everyone's there with the exception of late ass Robin, who we see her at her house, and Robin ain't even fucking left. I'm like, god damn, Robin. Okay, Bravo must have told you the wrong call time, I guess. I don't know. So so all the girls, Giselle calls Robin like, "Hey, we getting ready to leave. We heading to the airport, so we'll just meet you there." So Ashley, not Ashley, but Giselle, Monique, and Candace was talking about babies, and Candace is talking about how she see kids in the store and they be bad as hell, and she be like, I don't like other people's kids. Which, hell, I don't think anybody really likes other people's kids. No offense, but shit, I really, if you ain't in, like with me, if the kids ain't in my family and it's not like some of my friends' kids, it's just random people's kids, I'd be like, keep your kids away from me. I don't like other people's kids. I like my family. I like the kids in my family, and like I said, my friends' kids. Other than that, I ain't got time for your kids. Don't have time for it. I commend people who have daycare services and all that shit, because it just would not be me. Could not be me. So, like they said, they're talking about kids, and then Candace like, she just needs to see somebody about that. And that's like, "Oh, you're gonna see a therapist about your mom, about your relationship with your mom?" She said, "No." I would tell her, "Look here, bitch. You traveling down the wrong road. Like, you should be traveling down the yellow brick road, but you still up here traveling down the red brick road, and that road will get you fucked up because I got something on you that you don't want me to reveal. So you might want to shut the fuck up." I would definitely would told her that shit, and I would not have held my tongue. I'm like, "Girl, you traveling down the wrong brick road. Follow the yellow brick road, not the red brick road, because this one ain't what you want." So they all finally make it to the airport, and Robin makes it there just before the plane leaves off. I'm like, how coincidental. You did the same. You came to Candace's wedding after the wedding, and now you make it to the airport just before the plane leaves off. Okay, if you say so. So then they finally make it to New Orleans, and once they get to New Orleans, they you know what, with these girls, They didn't make a big fuss about the rooms, much like the Atlanta girls, because the Atlanta girls always complain about the room situation, because everybody had a room with the exception of Katie, because obviously production didn't have enough money in the budget for, Katie, who's not even, I don't even think Katie's a friend of the Housewives at this point. She might be. I wish she wasn't. So Giselle tells her, you know what, Katie, I would like it if you would come and stay with me in my presidential suite. Yeah, that's because Bravo, again, didn't have the money for you, but okay. So then we see all the women, they calling their men, and Robin. You made yourself look so fucking stupid. So you on FaceTime with Juan. You say, love you. Huh? I said love you. Juan, did you hear me? I said love you. Oh, love you too. You repeated that 3 fucking times. And the first 2 times, actually even the 3rd time, he was acting like he didn't hear you. He's not that into you, Robin. Like, okay. You made yourself look so fucking stupid. Alright, so then we see Monique and Candace. So Monique and Candace are talking about Katie. And, how she's standing in Giselle's room. And Monique is like, when I first met Katie was, all prim and proper 2 years ago. But now she's all free-spirited, much like Ashley, which is a complete 360. Yeah. It's 360, right? I think it is. Or is it a 180? 360 is a circle, right? I'm making myself sound dumb. Okay. And I completely forgot that season 2, Katie did film like with the girls for the first event of season 2. That was Katie's event, but Bravo completely. Oh my God, I do remember that now. Thinking back on that, Bravo completely cut that out, almost like what they did last season with Charisse, because Charisse last season was the first event of the season, but they completely cut Charisse out. Well, I'm fine with them cutting out Charisse and Katie. They both are irrelevant to me. But yeah, I literally forgot that they cut Katie and just pasted Monique in season 2. Kind of like what they did last year. Cut Charisse and pasted Candace. Because I think actually most of last season, Charisse was supposed to be a full-time housewife, but somewhere along the line they cut her for Candace. Bravo and shit. Whoo. They some hoes. Alright, so then lastly in the episode, we see the girls, they go to a cooking class and they are eating crawfish. Oh my God, that just reminds me, I love the summers here in Texas. Man, I'm a true country boy at heart. Like, I love, crawfish boils. I love cookouts. I hate the bugs though. Especially in my hometown, like it be full of nothing but fucking mosquitoes and flies. Mostly mosquitoes. And you can't even go outside without them little bastards biting the shit out of you. Like, what the fuck? Because speaking of which, in about 3 weeks, I think. Well, if you guys don't, I know a lot of people don't really know about Juneteenth celebration that we have here in Texas. But that's my favorite time of the year here in Texas. I love celebrating Juneteenth. Oh my God, it's the best. I celebrate Juneteenth better than I celebrate 4th of July, but Juneteenth is for us black people because, although it was just the state of Texas who did not know that they were free when the Emancipation Proclamation was signed into order. I'm not going to give a history lesson. If you want to know about Juneteenth and you don't know about it, research it. So, they split into teams and they start cooking. They having a good time with one another. So then they sit down and eat the food that they cook. And this is when Giselle wants to go off on Karen, talking about, Karen, you came to the expo, but then, you talked to my partner who helped me get into Target, and you just giving her, you just freely and willingly giving her information about LaDame. But when I asked you about it, you told me to wait. Well, Karen's like, well, at that time, I was not ready to tell you about it, so I don't know what you tripping about. And, Giselle really got on my fucking nerves. Really did get on my nerves. And Karen's like, you know what, Giselle? That's why I feel the way I feel about you. Like, I am leaving this table. I am done. Goodbye. Like, I don't blame Karen. Like, what was the purpose in that, Giselle? Really? Talking about, do you want to be my friend? I would have said, no, I don't want to be your friend like that. Only reason why I'm being cool and cordial with you is because of these cameras and this contract that we've signed with Bravo. Like, girl, fuck out of here. But you guys, that was Real Housewives of Potomac. Like my video, leave your comments, subscribe to my channel, and share the video. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Is Love and Hip Hop coming on tomorrow since it's Memorial Day? I mean, Mona don't give up on a day of the fuck. Don't give not one fuck about a holiday. Because she sure as fuck don't never give a fuck about Martin Luther King. Because she showed on that day. But I will see you guys later.